Hey YouTube, it's Mr. Bakari here, and today I just wanted to briefly talk about reference angle. This is something that my students sometimes have questions about or they get a little confused about. So I just want to make clear what is a reference angle. And that is an acute angle, so that's an angle less than 90 degrees, that's formed between the terminal side of an angle and the x-axis. So let's talk a little bit about the initial side of an angle, which is where we start measuring, okay? So we start measuring over here at 0 radians, 0 degrees, and we measure angles in a clockwise rotation, right? Assuming that's at a positive angle. Now, if it's a negative angle, we'll measure in a clockwise rotation, okay? But today we're just going to refer to positive angles. And when we take this ray, which we refer to as the terminal ray, because that's where the angle stops, okay? So if I want to point out, let's say in radians in terms of pi, 2 pi over 3, that's my angle, okay? So my angle, if I were to sketch it, is this right here, okay? So what's the reference angle? So like I said before, the reference angle is the acute angle formed between the terminal side of the angle and the x-axis. So what we're talking about is this little guy right here. Okay? So if our initial angle is given in terms of pi, then we want to answer this in terms of pi as well. So if this is 2 pi over 3, then pi over 3 is our reference angle because 2 pi over 3 and pi over 3 will get us to 3 pi over 3, which is pi right here. Okay? All right, let's look at another one. So I'm going to take my initial starting point. It's my initial start. And let's say this time I take it to about right here. And we'll call that, we'll do this one in degrees, 108 degrees. So this is my 108 degree angle. Okay. This shows the arc. It shows it's a positive 108 degrees. Now, of course, the reference angle is this acute angle right here, okay, between the terminal ray and the x-axis. So to calculate what the value of this reference angle is, since I'm talking degrees, I know that pi radians, also 180 degrees, is right here on the x-axis. So the difference between the two is going to make up my reference angle here. So in this case, it's going to be 72 degrees. Okay? Pretty simple. Let's do another one. Okay, this time we're going to make a really big angle. We're going to make this obtuse. We're going to take this, our terminal ray, we're going to extend past pi, and we're going to go all the way to the fourth quadrant. And this angle about right here is 11 pi over 6. Okay, now we're back in radians. Now, if I were to sketch that, my angle would look like this. Now, what's my reference angle here? Well, let's define it one more time. It's the angle that is acute between the terminal side of an angle and the x-axis. So how do I figure that? Well, if I'm at 11 pi over 6, 12 pi over 6 is one full rotation. That's 2 pi, right? This is 1 pi, which would be 6 pi over 6. This is 12 pi over 6. So the difference there is pi over 6, and that's my reference angle. Okay? All right, let's do one more in degrees. Take my initial side back. Let's go 231. So this is 270. This is 180. So 231 is somewhere in between. Let's just say it's right here. Call that 231 degrees. Okay, again, here's 180. And my reference angle is the acute angle between the terminal side and the x-axis. So how do I find that? Well, how far is 231 from 180? 51 degrees. So that's my reference angle. All right, so I hope this clears up what is a reference angle in terms of right triangle trig. I do have one other example. If I want to write let's say I'm working with the unit circle and I want to draw a right triangle, special right triangle, okay? So what I'm referring to is this angle right here. Okay, so if I sketch that angle right there. So again, what is my reference angle? Well, assuming I'm talking in degrees here, well, what special right triangle do I have here? Because this angle right here is between the terminal side and the x-axis. So that would be my reference angle. And as if you know your special right triangles, you know that that is a 45-degree angle. So my reference angle is 45 degrees, and this angle, this big angle out here, would be 45 degrees short of 360, which would be 315. Okay? So that's reference angles. I hope that clears it up for you guys out there, and I will see you next time.